How's it going, buddy? It's good to be with you again. It's Richard. I'm back again, and today we've got a couple of RDAs from Blitz Enterprises USA to check out. I've got one sitting here on my X-Cube 2. It's called the Swäv Atty, and the other two is here. So shout out to Peter Yu as well. Thank you so much for sending it my way for the purpose of this review. I'm going to take a vape on this bad boy and show you how it performs, alright? I've got a dual Clapton coil in here coming up to 0.34 ohms, firing it at 59 watts. She can definitely chug. You know what, not only that, I hope I'm still in focus, gives you really good flavor as well. Vapor and flavor, no doubt about that, okay? This one here, it's called the Swäv Atty, and another one that I've got, it's called the Hannya, and that is postless. Yes. I'll be getting another cease and desist letter again. Thank you, Peter Yu. Just kidding. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out the Swäv Atty and also the Hannya RDA by Blitz Enterprises. The Swäv Atty, sitting on my X-Cube 2 here. Sometimes the benefits of being a reviewer, you get to try all these RDAs. Okay, I'm not trying to make you jealous, sorry about that. Anyway, the Swäv Atty. I remember also when Peter actually wrote to me, asked me if I wanted to review their RDAs. The first line he put there, "Hi Richard, you know, I've got a postless deck design RDA for you to review," and at the end he put there LOL. That really got me laughing after all the vape drama. Thank you very much, Peter. Anyway, the Swäv Atty is already in the market, just to let you know, and this is their first release, and it's retailed for about $50 US. Well, I actually found a retail shop on the internet in the US selling for about $35 US, but most of them are selling for about $49.99, $50 US. Okay, so it comes with ultra wide bore drip tip, spit back protection, copper contacts, negative posts that's milled onto the deck, and the whole 9 yards. Okay, then after that they've also got their latest and most recent release, which is something called the Hannya RDA that I've got here. By the way, I've got a spare one, so I think Christmas comes early this year for you. Supports a single and dual coil, postless design, large airflow, and you could also use it with thick wires because of the large airflows and all that, with the peak insulators and all that. This is, I think it's definitely made for cloud chasers in mind. So this is to withstand the heat as well with all those big airflows and all that. And color options, you have an option to choose stainless steel, black, or even blue. Okay, so you have 3 options on that, but what I have is only the stainless steel versions. Okay, so without wasting any more time, shall we just go into the close-ups? Let's have a good look at both of these RDAs. Come back, we'll talk about it, we'll vape some more, and I'll leave my thoughts with you, okay? So I'll catch you in a bit. Look at both our RDAs up close. On the left you have the Hannya RDA, on the right the Swäv Atty in their boxes, and we're going to go one at a time. So we'll take away the Swäv Atty, Hannya RDA by Blitz Enterprises. The logos at the sides, and at the bottom you have a QR code, some certification markings here, and of course a tamper-proof sticker. Authentic, that's what it says. Blitz Enterprises logo again with a lightning, bolt there. So the skull actually reminds me of the Ball RDA, which is this one here. That's the Ball RDA, also a skull as well, except the horns goes inwards, and this horn, the horns for this particular Hannya RDA goes outwards. Okay, to open it up, of course you break open the seal and you have the cover open, and in there sits your Hannya RDA in a plastic box or jewel case, you want to call it, with 4 magnets holding the cover to the box itself, which is kind of tight and very unique. Sticks on really well. And then you have that bag of spares tucked at the side there. You got your O-rings, your Allen key, and some grub screws as spares. Alright, so we're just going to put it back and take out the device itself. This is the Hannya RDA, which is a 22mm diameter RDA. So there you have the demonic skull there, laser etched onto the sleeve, and at the side you have 7 holes for airflow. on each side, so in a total of 14 holes both. And at the bottom you have your 510 pin here in copper. At the bottom you have some engravings, Blitz Enterprises, Hannya, no serial number, that's it. And on the top you have your chuff drip tip or white bore drip tip, you want to call it. Some heat fins here to help dissipate the heat and keep the top part cool, your drip tip cool. Yeah, take away the heat there. Nice white bore on top, and you can remove the drip tip as well, held on by a single O-ring. And at the bottom you have your honeycomb design for spit back protection, and also, if I'm not mistaken, it'll help to enhance the flavor with all the holes there. So that's your drip tip. Inside you have your postless deck, of course, and this portion can also be removed as well. This is adjustable, the airflow, by the way, as you're closing it, opening and closing it to adjust your airflow like that. Alright, so once it's open, this is for dual coil, and this air slot is for single coil, right, held on by a nice big O-ring there. Okay, so let's put it aside. Let's push this open, and you have the sleeve here. This is your postless deck. As you can see, 4 holes there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where you put in your coils, both legs on each side. And up close you have some Chinese characters engraved on it, and how you want to put your coil is your legs go in one here and the other one here, and this one here, and the second coil with this one here. Alright, so it goes this way and this way. Alright, or this way and this way. 4 holes there. And this is raised up a little bit. The deck here, you can see it raised up about 2 millimeters, so the juice won't, drip into these holes here where your legs go into. And even if it does, it's okay, because it will go in here, come out from here, and you have the O-ring below the hole. It's not above the hole. So if it's above the hole, then you have, the juice leaking out from the hole where you put in your legs. But since the O-ring is at the base here, so when you have your cap down here, it actually seals off and prevent juice from leaking out. So this is where you screw down your coil wires. So if you've seen there that there's a screw protruding, and with your Allen screw, just unscrew it, and that opens up the hole. So put both your legs inside, and just to measure the legs, how do you know how long your legs should be, when you're cutting it off? Alright, so what I do is normally I just get something small and sharp like that, and just put it in. Just put my thumb there, and that's how deep the hole is. Alright, so, and with that I know roughly that's about 5 millimeters, and I want my coil to sit about 2 millimeters off the deck, so I just add on another 2. I have about 7 millimeters. Okay, so 6 to 7 millimeters, so it'll sit just nicely right above the deck. To assemble it back, all you got to do is just put this back where it is, push it down, and you have either using dual coil or single coil, that's up to you. Push it back down, and the drip tip. Okay, so the Hannya RDA here. Alright, so we have the Swav Atty right here in its box. Same thing, you have the tamper-proof sticker from Blitz Enterprises, and underneath, below the box, you have a warning. The device in this package is engendered for experienced user. Well, the first sentence itself tells you that this product is probably designed in the USA and made in China. Alright. Opening up the box, flips open like that, and you have your bag of spares here. Little blue screwdriver, O-rings, Allen key, grub screws. You've even got flip head screws there in case you want to opt to change them out to flip head screws. And that's your spare bag. And the device itself, we'll put it aside. You've also got a little drip tip adapter right here in case you want to change it to your personal 510 drip tip. You can do so. And this is the device, the Swav Atty. Well, that's your airflow hole there. Cyclops or Cyclone, some of you want to call it, both sides, and it's adjustable, and you have Blitz Enterprises engraved at the back, designed in USA. So here you have the 510 pin in copper, and also I believe it's adjustable. Also has a slight protrusion as well, so this probably allows you to use it on a hybrid mod. Brushed finish here, 22 millimeters in diameter, and this is an integrated whiteboard drip tip with what they call a juice catcher. So we'll take out the drip tip held on by a red O-ring there, and this is the other section that holds on to the drip tip, the Delrin drip tip at the top. And there's a little bit of engraving that says Swav Atty right at the top cap here, and that's your little juice catcher there underneath. Okay, it's like a little disc here. So what happens is whatever condensation you have in your drip tip or at the top, spit bags or anything like that, it's all going to get collected at the disc there, which is what they call the juice catcher, and overflows back down onto your coil in there. Just taking a quick look all around. And here you have the deck, 3-post design. The post in the middle is rather unique where it doesn't square off. It goes at a 45-degree angle here at the side where you have your grub screws. Yeah, so it's actually slanted and then straightens out and slant down again. Your screws are tilted to the side here. The negative post, that's milled onto the deck itself, and this is like a squarish post, so it will stop the center post from spinning. And right underneath there, I'm sorry, please excuse my coils because I don't want to take them out and rebuild again, so excuse me for that. And you have a little peak insulator right at the bottom there to withstand high temperatures. The Cyclops air hole right underneath here, just below my coils, both sides, very long Cyclops air hole. So air goes in from here at the side, the bottom, comes out from here, cools your coil. Right, so basically this is it. And just before I put everything back, I just want to let you know, once you've gotten your cotton in there and when you're dripping, if you over drip, what happens is you might get some going into this air slot here and coming out from your air hole. Okay, so you don't want to over drip to avoid any kind of leaking. That's how it is. Putting it back, just line up the air holes. So this is your Swav Atty. We'll get back topside, vape on it, and talk some more. Alright guys, welcome back to FaceTime. Let's start vaping. I'm going to vape this again, the Swav Atty, which is on my X-Cube 2, 0.34 ohms, dual Clapton coils in there, coming up to 0.34 ohms. I'm going to vape it one more time and see it, how it performs. Chuck's post is fantastic. It's unique design. Building it was, fairly easy. So because the air hose goes from the bottom up to cool your coil, so if you over drip on the coil, you might get a leak, okay, from the air hole. Other than that, it's perfect. The top part, you've got your drip tip and also the spit back here. All right, the spit back, what happens is juice gets collected on the top of the disc there, and it drops straight back down onto your cotton. So that's great. Okay, other than that, it chucks really well. You've got really good flavor. I'm going to test out the Hannya RDA right now, and same thing, I've got a dual 0.34 ohm dual coil in here, parallel built, not Clapton built, okay, but same ohms, okay, same resistance, and I'm firing this at 51.8 watts. Okay, so let's see how she vapes. The airflow is awesome. I've got everything opened up. It's easy, you drag and the whole thing just goes into your mouth. This can really chuck. This is definitely made for cloud chasers in mind. In terms of flavor, this loses out to the Swav Atty. That has got a more intense flavor compared to the Hannya. No leaking, okay? It's great because, the so-called O-ring. I was about to say rubber band. The O-ring is at the bottom below those holes where you screw in the what you call grub screws. Even if there was any leaking that goes into the post holes, you know, where your coils are, it will stop before the O-ring. Once you've got it in there, it's going to prevent any leaking. So in terms of leaking, no, it doesn't have any leaking. It doesn't leak. And the honeycomb in there, that's to protect spitback. I'm not getting any spitback, and it vapes great. It really chugs. This chugs, I think, a tad better than the Swav Atty, but in terms of flavor, I prefer that. The Swav Atty gives better flavors. Okay, just those minor things that I was telling you about. Okay, so let's go for price and where you can get one. Malaysia, locally, really, I don't remember having seen any one of these RDAs here in Malaysia yet, so probably in a later date they start coming in. I'll leave the link in the description box below for you to go buy one. But I do know there are a couple of places you could get it from, you know, the US of A or in the US of A. As far as I know, the Swav Atty is retailing at about $50 US. I think if you search hard enough, you can get it, you know, slightly cheaper at about 35, like I was saying earlier on. I think I saw in retail shop selling it for 35 in the US. So give or take about $49.99, $50 US. Okay, what they call the Hannya is going for about 35 US dollars. A lot of shops, you just have to Google up and you'll find them in there. Okay, and these are all authentics from Blitz Enterprises. So they have sent me one extra, the Hannya, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give out two of these. One of it is the Hannya. I've got the stainless steel versions only. I don't have it in other colors. Okay, they have blue, black, and stainless steel versions, but they sent me only stainless steel. So excuse me. In any case, I'm going to give out two of these RDAs, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to give out the Swav Atty or the Hannya. Either two Hannyas or one Hannya and one, Swav Atty. So, but in any case, like I said, two I'm going to give out. Looks like Christmas comes early this year for you. Ho, ho, ho. Alright, so all you got to do, as you know the drill, comment below, and good luck, buddy. One more vape, we're going to call it a wrap, alright? To chuck clouds, I love the Hannya, okay? The Swav, chuck, and also flavor as well. So until I talk to you again, once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Till then, God bless. Have a nice day. Bye for now.